Our Singapore property watchers say tweaks to housing grant schemes could be one way to ensure public flats stay affordable. That's especially for those looking to own their first homes. They were giving their take on Prime Minister Hsien Loong's National Day message. They say there is also a need to find ways to spread demand across mature and non-mature estates as a way to moderate prices. Tan Si-hui with this report.
In the coming years, there will be fewer undeveloped sites like this to build new estates due to land constraints. Prime Minister Lee said as more new flats are built in existing estates, they will be in greater demand and their prices will reflect that. But he has pledged to ensure they remain affordable for all, with details to be shared at the National Day rally on 20th August. Property analysts say this could include a relook at housing grants.
One of the very easy tools that the government can use to give more subsidies to adjust the eligibility criteria and also perhaps even the grant amount, which I believe they have done so before in the past.
Currently, first-timer families may qualify for an enhanced CPF housing grant of up to $80,000. One other option is to review the $14,000 income ceiling for built-to-order flats. Apart from this, analysts say there is a need to even out demand by making every estate a good one. Right now, BTO projects in mature estates command a premium due to a perception that they have better amenities and are better connected. But flats in non-mature estates like Sengkang are holding their own, especially on the resale market.
Some of these non-mature estate prices have actually overtaken prices in the mature estates. There is a growing trend where people are no longer paying properties simply by location or segmentation, but on the product itself.
So, analysts say it's time to review the classification of public housing estates as mature and non-mature. It's an idea the government first mooted in November last year.
I think the long-term objective the government has is to make every HDB town and every HDB flat a good home, right? And that means that if you find places in Singapore which are currently not so desirable for one reason or another, maybe lack of amenities, maybe lack of transport connectivity, I think the government's objective will be to try to address those issues or problems with the estate so that over time, every place in Singapore becomes as attractive as possible. And I think that's very important because we want to ensure that people have a lot of choices in terms of where they want to live.
For instance, there are plans to build a second business district in the west at Jurong Lake District. Analysts also cited ACS Primary's relocation to Teng Ah as one way to boost demand for flats in newer areas. Even as more amenities are introduced in these places, mature estates are not forgotten.
I work in Toa Payoh, and right now we are already seeing a lot of upgrading in and around the town centre to make it more attractive and to update the town to look like the newer towns.
PM Lee said last year that mature estates will not be left out in efforts to transform Singapore, even as the country plans to develop new towns like the Greater Southern Waterfront.